If you are a law enforcement officer considering a career transition to the private sector, chances are you've already made one, if not multiple, of these most common mistakes that law enforcement officers make when considering a transition to the private sector. Today, we're going to talk about these mistakes and what you can do to avoid them and set yourself up for phenomenal success in your future career. Let's get started. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Recruiting Heroes Show, episode 31. My name is Colin Whittington. I am your host. I'm also the CEO and founder of Recruiting Heroes, LLC, a national employment agency dedicated to helping you, America's law enforcement officers and military veterans, as you prepare to transition to the private sector. While the day of filming this is actually a Friday, and every single Friday I give away a free professionally written resume by me myself. So I'll actually write your resume completely for free. A lot of resume writers charge, $800, $900, $1,000 for one of these services. Today I'm giving that service away to you for free. So what you have to do to be eligible for this drawing is, first of all, subscribe to this channel. Go ahead and do that now. Like this video, and then finally comment down below. Your comment can be just, hey, I'm interested. It could be, I'm from this law enforcement agency and this is what I'm considering doing in the private sector, or anything else you can think of. But again, three things: subscribe to this channel, like this video, and comment down below. And then tomorrow I'll be picking the winner of this resume giveaway. So do come back and check out for that. I'll be adding that to the comment section tomorrow. But I do hope you take this chance to win this phenomenal resource, which will hopefully help you in your career transition. As always, I am giving away to everybody my free Heroes Job Search Guide. This job search guide just got a beautiful makeover, and it comes with my professional resume template, instructions on how to write a fantastic resume, LinkedIn optimizations, tips and strategies, interview tips, and so much more. It's a great resource. I should probably be charging quite a bit of money for, but I want to give it away to you all for free because I do think it'll be a tremendous help to those looking to transition. So go to recruitingheroesllc.com to download it, or click on the link below. It'll be in the video description as well as in the comments. So do make sure you do that. But I want to quickly dive into this topic because this is one that I see officers make time and time again. These mistakes, all of them actually. I was just in Las Vegas actually and got a chance to teach my 4-hour class to the 7th largest law enforcement agency in America, which was a lot of fun. Had a great amount of students there, a lot of good questions. And again, I saw some of the same mistakes that these officers were making that, again, are being done by pretty much everybody looking to transition to the private sector. So I do want to talk about them really quickly. The first mistake, and probably one of the biggest ones I see time and time again, is officers waiting far too long to get started with their preparation for the transition to the private sector. It's not uncommon for me in my dozens of conversations I have every week with law enforcement officers to hear that an officer said, oh, I've already retired and now I'm scrambling and trying to figure out what I want to do next, or I only have a few weeks left and I haven't really thought about what I want to do. This puts you at a severe disadvantage over candidates in the private sector. That transition from law enforcement to the private sector is a massive one. And one of the biggest hurdles is that that civilian employers don't fully understand and appreciate what you bring to the table. And it takes time, a strategy, and great resources to make that explanation a reasonable one that they can actually understand. If you wait to the last moment, chances are you're going to be rushing to get your resume together, rushing to get a LinkedIn put together. And again, LinkedIn and networking takes months, if not years, to be really good at. So it does take some planning. And another issue is that officers don't give themselves the time to make themselves as competitive as possible. Yes, your law enforcement background is a great resource and has a great amount of skills that you can offer companies. But companies nowadays are looking for more. They're looking for certifications. They're looking for education. They're looking for specific experience. And if you only bring law enforcement to the table, especially to someone who's never actually been in law enforcement, doesn't appreciate what you have to bring to the table, they might not fully value your experience. But if you have 2 years left in law enforcement and you start doing research into the industries that interest you, you will start finding out what certifications you could go after that would set you apart from the other officers or other candidates applying. Some of these certifications can be done in just a handful of weeks or months and don't cost nearly as much as a college degree. So I do encourage you to start this process early. Get your resume squared away, get your LinkedIn up and running, start networking, and then start working on any certifications or trainings that can set you apart, because this will make a huge difference when it comes time for you to start applying. The second thing that I see officers doing is not believing that they have anything to offer to the private sector. When we're on patrol with our squad mates and everything else, we act cocky and confident and it seem like we can take on the world. But there's a massive 180-degree shift when officers go to start looking for jobs. They start going withdrawing inward. They start being very humble, not really being proud of what they've accomplished, not really expressing all they bring to the table. And this does you a ginormous disservice. I don't even know if that's the right word or not, but a massive disservice. All right. When it comes to finding a job in the private sector, it's okay to be confident. In fact, you should be. I'm not saying cocky, but you should be confident. And that should be reflective on your resume, on your LinkedIn, and definitely during your interview questions as well. When you're applying for jobs, you want to be showing them that you are the best fit for that specific job. Not just a good person or a good employee, you are the right fit for the job that that recruiter or that hiring manager is applying to. And that leads me to number three. The third mistake officers make is not tailoring their application, their resume, their interview questions towards the job that they are applying to. Nowadays, you cannot just create one resume or one application and have that be a great fit for every job you apply to. That's just not going to work. You need to be adjusting or tailoring your resume for every job you apply to. And this has to do with the incredibly competitive job market, as well as applicant tracking systems and AI that companies are using to help them kind of dig through the masses of resumes and applications they receive to narrow it down to just a small handful that they can then interview. If you are applying to dozens or hundreds of jobs and not hearing anything back or just getting auto rejected, chances are you're not doing your tailoring quite right. And that's why I do encourage you again, check out my Heroes Job Search Guide because I do talk about that in there as well. Again, the link is down below or at recruitingheroesllc.com. But when you go to apply, read the job description and then look at your resume and say, if I was a recruiter or the hiring manager, would I think that I am a good fit for this job? Are you listing all the skills and experience that they are looking for this role? I use this example all the time, right? I was a beanbag shotgun operator when I was in the sheriff's office in Loudoun County. If I'm looking for a job in the tech industry, would that experience help me find a job? Probably not, right? Because no one's going to care. It might be a funny talking point, but it's not really going to help me find a job in the tech industry. So that is taking up valuable real estate on my resume. What I should be doing is taking that completely out, unless I was looking for like an operations or tactical type of job, and replacing it with something that's more in line with the job that I'm applying to. The easiest places on your resume to make updates is your executive summary, so the paragraph near the top, or the skills or areas of expertise section. Here, it's very quick and easy to swap out some skills and swap up some sentences versus down in the experience section. It gets a little bit more challenging because you have to change up your whole worker history, which gets a little bit more difficult. So, at the very least, work on making small updates to your executive summary and your skills section for every resume that you apply, every resume that you submit for a job opening, and see what that gets you. Chances are you will start receiving way more callbacks and way more invitations to interviews than you were before. Same thing with your LinkedIn. If you know you want to go into cybersecurity, you should be looking up keywords that are really in line with that industry and making sure they're in your about section, your experience, your headline, and anything else, including your skills, on your profile. You should be tailoring your profile towards the industry you're applying to and not just be a generic LinkedIn profile. Once again, check out my Here's Job Search Guide because I talk about that in length in that document. And then one of the other things I think, back to LinkedIn, what people are doing, they're not using it effectively. And this is mistake number 4 and our final mistake for today, though there are many other mistakes that officers make. These are the top 4. The fourth one is not networking enough. Networking nowadays is how the majority of my candidates are finding their jobs. All right. Applying and hoping to hear back is a long-term strategy because you're not going to hear back for quite a while. And you're going to have to put out so many applications to even land a handful of interviews. And that is because of the incredibly competitive nature of the current job market. You need to be building a network. And this just brings me back to point number one about waiting too long. Building a network takes time, but a network can be the game changer in your job search and also your career after law enforcement. So, as you go throughout your career in law enforcement or after law enforcement, connect with people on LinkedIn, connect with ones that you've met at conferences, at training events, or other means. Build that network because you never know. You might meet somebody at an FBI leader class, and then 2 years from now, that person just happens to have moved on from law enforcement and now be the hiring manager for the company that you want to work for. And now you can use that shared experience to get yourself ahead of all the other candidates and be first in line for an interview, which will drastically increase the chance of you landing the job of your dreams. So, network, network, and network some more in this difficult job market. Who you know is often more important than what you know. So, make that extra effort to network continuously. And don't stop the second you get a job. That's what I always see officers do too. They'll work their butts off. They'll finally get a job they are actually excited about. And then they think that networking is done. I'm pumped that you landed the job of your dreams. That's awesome. But you never know when you could use your network again. The network you shouldn't be building your network when you need it. You should be building it years or at least months in advance because the person you network with today could be the reason you advance in your career a year, 2 years, even 5 years from now. So start early, work hard, tailor your resume, and network your butt off, and you will see drastic improvements in your job search strategy. So again, those are the four biggest mistakes I see officers make. I do hope you will learn from them and not make those mistakes yourself. And remember, I am giving away one of my professionally written resumes, which means I myself will be writing your resume for your transition to the private sector. It's very easy to enter. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and comment down below. Comment whatever you like. Keep it professional if you can. But anything, if you make me laugh, that's a good thing as well. If you can tell me what industry you want to go into, that'll be fascinating too. So just add something in the comment section below, and I will pick the winner tomorrow. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there because it's a crazy world, and I hope to see you on the next video. Have a good day. Bye.